In this video, I'll teach you how to draw a realistic giraffe with Prismacolor pencils. I'll show you the step-by-step process so that everyone, even beginners, will understand and follow along. Now, even though I'm using Prismacolor pencils, using a similar set of colored pencils will still give you a very close result. Now, before I teach you how to draw this giraffe, let me quickly teach you the key to drawing realistic colored fur. When it comes to drawing fur with colored pencils, there are two basic steps. 1. Shade a base layer of color, and 2. Add the texture of the fur afterwards. So, when drawing fur, we're going to keep this in mind. First, before we even begin to shade the giraffe's fur, you always want to have a sketch of the giraffe. Now, when I shade the giraffe, I'll start with the neck. In the dark patches of fur on the bottom right, I'm going to lightly add a layer of black, followed by a light layer of Tuscan red, then a light layer of terracotta. After adding the first layer with these three colors, I'm going to add a second layer of color using the black, Tuscan red, and terracotta pencils again. The difference is that I'm applying more pressure with the pencil when adding this second layer. You can add more and more layers of color with these three pencils until you are satisfied with the color composition. Notice I'm gradually building up layers of color with these pencils. Once you are done adding layers of color, I then recommend blending over the area of the patch of fur with the pumpkin orange pencil. For the white area of fur, it is important to note that white fur is not actually white. In fact, white fur typically has lighter shades of gray. For this reason, I'm going to add layers of the 30% gray, 30% warm gray, and cream colored pencils. Now, as we move up the neck, the patches of the fur are lighter and more orange. The patches of the fur at the front of the neck are also lighter and more orange. For this reason, while I shade the patches further up or towards the front of the neck, I'm going to use less of the black pencil and more of the orange pencil. I'm also going to use less of the Tuscan red and more of the Crimson Lake pencil. Since the white fur also gets lighter as we move up the neck, I'm also going to use less of the gray pencil and more of the white pencil over the white fur. After shading the fur, you will notice that the patches don't quite look like fur just yet. For this reason, we will need to add some fur texture. It is worth noting that the fur on the skin of a giraffe is very short. For this reason, to add fur texture, all you need to do is to add short pencil strokes at the edges of each of these patches of fur. This will give the illusion of fur texture for each of these patches. But when adding these short pencil strokes, you will need to gradually remove the pencil off the paper. I'm going to start shading the mane of the giraffe. For the darker areas of the mane, I'll use the black, Tuscan red, and Crimson Lake colored pencils. For the lighter areas of the mane, I'll use the orange pencil. I'll then blend over this entire area of the mane using the pumpkin orange pencil. Notice at the front of the neck, I'm adding a layer of eggshell, lemon yellow, and yellow orange. After shading the neck, I'll then move on to the face of the giraffe. The shading process of the face is the same as for the neck, except the fur on the face is lighter than that on the neck. For the patches of fur on the face, I'm using the Tuscan red, terracotta, Crimson Lake, and orange pencils according to how light or dark each patch is. I'm also blending each patch of fur with the pumpkin orange pencil. For the white fur on the face, I'm using the 30% gray and cream colored pencils. However, towards the bottom half of the face, I'm using less of the gray pencil and more of the white and eggshell pencil. towards the very bottom of the face, I'm also adding a layer of lemon yellow and yellow orange. Notice that at the area of the face above the eye, I'm adding a little bit of powder blue. The reason why is because in the reference photo, this area has some blue shading. Since the patches of fur are much smaller in the top area of the face, I'm going to be more careful when shading this area in order to get the right detail. When shading the eye, I'm using the black and indigo blue pencil. For the highlight in the eye, I'm using a 30% French grey pencil. For the patch of fur between the eyes, I'm adding a layer of black raspberry colored pencil. This is because this patch of fur appears to be a little darker than the rest of the face. When shading the face, it is important not to rush the process. Taking it slow and steady will ensure that you have the right details, and that the drawing actually resembles a realistic giraffe. In fact, that's the key to achieving realistic pencil drawings. Being patient and taking your time will greatly improve your artwork, and the level of realism that you can achieve is directly proportional to how much time you spend on the drawing. Besides, if you spend more time drawing the artwork, you can help relieve stress and anxiety, as well as give yourself a sense of peace. Drawing can be a very therapeutic process and can be an enjoyable activity for anyone. I'm then going to move on to the mouth and nose using the same process and the same colors accordingly. Again, some of the patches of fur are much smaller in this area, so I'm going to be more careful when shading this part of the face. After finishing the face, I'm going to then move on to the ear. I'm going to use the black, 30% French grey, 30% warm grey, 50% warm grey, eggshell, and cream colored pencils accordingly. I'm also adding a light layer of powder blue on certain areas of the ear, since those areas of the ear are slightly blue in the reference photo itself. After finishing the giraffe, I'm going to add a green background layer so that the giraffe stands out a lot more. When shading the background layer, I'm going to use the dark green and the 30% warm grey pencils.
And that's it. If you enjoyed this video and learnt from this tutorial, please leave a like. And if you want to see more tutorials like this, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.